And we are back here with a new Driver's View, the 8th edition. Welcome to the KR channel. Welcome. My name is KR, of course. And today we have a brand new topic, because why wouldn't we have? Anyways, with all the coronavirus and or COVID-19 or however you want to call it stuff going on, um, every country is gonna go in lockdown eventually. I swear, there's definitely no joke, no scam. Everything is going to go in lockdown. Probably not, but ignore that bit. And if you're in lockdown, what do? That's right, nothing, because you can't. You can't work. You can't go to school. You can't go to the shop. You can't go anywhere. So you have time. So what you're gonna do is, of course, watch the longest thing imaginable, which is the 24 hours of Le Mans. But after that, you'll go watch NASCAR. Anyway, so for that reason, I have compiled 10 21st century races to watch while you're in lockdown. Now, keep in mind, this list isn't based on isn't in order. So it isn't like the first I mentioned is the worst and the 10th I mentioned is the best. It's just in some random order. I don't know. It just, you know what? Let's just get on with it. Let's go. And we start off with the Ford EcoBoost 400. It's one of the best car of tomorrow races, in my opinion. Sure, it may not be the race with the most wrecks or the best finish, but as a finale, this was absolutely thrilling. Definitely, when I was rewatching it, you'd bet I was sitting on my seat, on the edge of my seat, as you call it. And even after Johnson's luck nut failure, which of course just slammed him out of the championship race, it was still an exciting race. After that incident, after the on pit road, the championship battle may have died down, but the race still was exciting. And yeah, so it's definitely a finale you should watch it. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. So, where to begin with this race? It's definitely one of the better Gen 6 races. Not only was this finish great, not only was the slide job quote legendary, but the racing itself was great too, of course. It had a lot of close racing, and even the stage finishes themselves were good. Like, not only the race finish, but the stage finish as well. Oh, and those final laps, of course, they were like a movie, where the young shining hero, in this case Larson, got closer and closer to the old veteran villain. In this case, Busch. Coming from a Kyle Busch fan, I'm not hating on him here. He's my favorite driver, I swear I don't hate him, but he fits a villain role. And just as the audience think the hero has it, he gets defeated and the villain wins the epic battle and the race. Shame it was no sequel though for this thing, but in my eyes there does need to be. We got a good conclusion in my opinion. The hero fans don't really agree with that, but hey, hashtag villain fans for the win. Hey. But truly, this race is a must watch. If you're in lockdown, doesn't matter, you should watch. Now be honest with yourself. Could this list exist without this race? Short answer, no, it couldn't. This is the race that saved Darlington Motor Speedway. Or the lady in black. Oh, sorry. The race that has one of the best finishes in NASCAR history. And the race that showed that, against previous belief, Ricky Craven could win a race. Darlington back then was not in a good state, let's be honest, and was almost completely wiped off from the schedule. But then, of course, this race happened. The racing on its own was very, very good. Like, many people forget that with the finish, but the racing throughout the race was very good. So yeah, I mean, very good racing, and of course the final few laps were amazing to watch. Still are. Of course, you have the iconic Darrell Waltrip quotes such as "Have you ever? No, I've never." And both these cars are driving terrible now. Nah, they're driving good. Sorry for my terrible impressions, but hey, can you do it better? Please, if you can email me, I need voice actors. Anyways, this is one of the all-time greatest races, not only in NASCAR, but in my opinion, in racing history in general, and definitely a must-watch. Our first plate race on here, and let's be honest, truly an amazing one. The 2016 Daytona 500 is one for the history books, don't add me. From the great racing to the amazing finish. Yes, the biggest reason for this race to be on here is that exact finish that you see here on your screen. But they even did it in they even redid it in Lego, so it must be great because let's be honest, you can't make anything that isn't great into Legos. It's just that simple. um, of course, the fact that this race is on here probably angers some Matt Kenseth fans who remember this race mostly for the failure that was Matt's attempt at a block on Denny Hamlin. But let's be honest, without that block, this race wouldn't have such a great finish because Hamlin would have just ran away with it. And that's why we say, thank you, Kenseth, for your horrible attempt at blocking Hamlin. Oh no, I like Kenseth too. Please, please don't kill me. Anyways, not only the finish was great, but the rest of the racing was good. There was a lot of battling, and it was a very, very entertaining race. And that's why you should watch it. Skipping over 2017, which was a good one too, we go to the 2018 Daytona 500. Now, just as most of you, I don't like the winner, but this race is on here due to the way this winner won. There was a great racing throughout all three stages because there were stages. With Ryan Blaney winning a stage in the 500. I know at this point he had already won races, but it's still a stage in the 500, right? And Austin freaking Dillon being consistent. And then the final few laps. I was actually watching it live till about 12 a.m. for me, so I can't imagine I was a pleasure in the morning. And I was supporting Aric Almirola for the win. And of course then it happened, you can see it on your screen. It was tragedy, it was heartbreak, and it was pure stupidity, all bundled into one moment. I'm talking about Austin Dillon wrecking Aric Almirola. Sure, Austin may have said, this was all him, referring to Dale Earnhardt Sr., as if Dale had taken over his race car. But the more factually correct person in this whole ordeal was Almirola's crew chief, John Klausmeier. John said, and I quote, "Can't control an idiot." And that's what this race means. You can't control an idiot. That's the message. Because, well, Austin Dillon's an idiot. And even though I get depressed every time I watch the end part of this race, it's still one heck of an experience that every NASCAR fan needs to go through. If there's one race that made 2001 not feel as bad as it was, because it was pretty bad, it's this one. This is the oldest race on this list. Where are the good 1980s races? Have you ever read the title? And listen to me, 10 21st century races to watch during lockdown. Not 10 races. So, your opinion here doesn't matter anymore. Anyways, this race was one of the best Atlanta races ever. Kevin Harvick had replaced Dale Sr. and only 3 races after Dale's tragic death. I don't know why. It gets me always almost depressed when talking about it. I don't know why I brought it up, but hey. Back then, young Harvick was face to face with NASCAR greats like Jeff Gordon, Terry Labonte, and Ricky Rudd. And eventually, in a very close and exciting finishes, Kevin Harvick just beat out Jeff Gordon. Now, Austin Dillon's win from the previous race we covered was not a win for Dale Sr. because Austin Dillon is an idiot, and Dale Sr. was talented. But Harvick's win here definitely was. I'd say if there's some sort of heaven out there, Dale was smiling as Harvick took the checkered flag. And let's be honest, we all did. This was just a great race after all, with a deserved winner. Yeah, truly, truly, truly a great race. I say truly a lot in this episode. Anyways, the 2016 Ford 400 or Ford EcoBoost 400. I'm getting a lot of conflicted information on the name of this race, but I'm calling it the Ford 400. Anyways, we go back again to the modern era, to another finale, but one with a better ending for Jimmie Johnson. In 2012, his crew might have messed up, but in this one, he was one of the only teams who didn't mess up. Yeah. This race for the championship was great, with the best drivers of that year, Logano, Kyle Busch, Edwards, and Johnson. They were the best, don't at me, battling it out for a championship. The strategy involved was crazy, and everyone was trying to edge each other out. And then the restart. Oh yes. Carl Edwards was in a position to win the championship, but at the restart, Logano had a great run. Edwards came down to block, but Logano came down with him, and they wrecked. Edwards was out of contention, but Logano could continue. To many fans, it obviously seemed weird that after the wreck, Edwards wasn't bad, but encouraging Logano to win. You know, that's just because Edwards is a nice guy, and not as vengeance-seeking and blood-seeking as most NASCAR fans. Of course, however, Logano didn't win, but the restart wreck did help Jimmie Johnson, who profited off the chaos and won his 7th title. I know I said the 2012 finale was good, but this one is way better, and a good time passer while in lockdown. Do you like road courses? Do you like strategy? Do you like Kevin Harvick being humiliated? Well then this is the race for you. I'm just joking, but this is a great road course race. I knew I had to put at least one road course race on this list, and after careful consideration, I decided on this one. I'm so sorry for that. It had all the pretty good racing that normal road courses have, right? The spins, the action, decent racing. Usually is a road course. It's never bad. I've not seen bad road course racing in my life. But with a very entertaining last few stages, as in stages of a race, not stages as in stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, blah blah blah. You know what I mean. Where Truex faked a pit stop and Harvick fell for it and went in. I mean, that was pretty stupid of Kevin Harvick. I mean, we just spoke well of him like two races ago or something when the 2001, and he's now being stupid. After that, Truex dominated and drove away. Overall, a very decent race that you should watch if you want to see what a real road course event should look like. Low amount of cautions, high amount of strategy, truly what road courses stand for, and also truly amazing. Do you want to see a race that shows how tiring and stressing these 600-mile races can be? Just watch this Coca-Cola 600 because it's absolutely amazing. Not at all biased by Kyle Busch winning. Of course, we have Johnson's spin, which was pretty epic. I don't know how to call it. It was very entertaining to watch. Now it just sounds like I hate Johnson. No, it was exciting. You know what I mean. Of course, Blaney's car just catching fire, Kyle Busch winning his first Coca-Cola 600, but most importantly, the fans taking over the radios of Kyle Busch and Alex Bowman, saying, "Hey Kyle, how are your tires doing?" to Kyle Busch, obviously, and "Hey driver, shut the censored up" to Bowman. This was a very funny experience that lighted up the race for a while, and that was needed because definitely in the last stage, as in stage 1, stage 2, 5 stage, there was stress all over the radio. Jimmie Johnson and Chad Knaus got into an argument. Both Kurt Busch and Clint Bowyer just became completely fueled with hatred when even one thing went wrong. And Ryan Blaney was so stressed and tired that he thought that Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who was half a lane down, had got him loose. It's a truly amazing experience seeing all these drivers slowly descend into madness as they get tired. And it's a race that you should watch. And now, for number 10. Can I get a drum roll? No, I can't. The 2014 Ford EcoBoost 400 at Homestead. Oh boy, here we go again with another finale. But again, a great one. The 2014 season is usually called the best season of the Gen 6 era. And even though I disagree, this season did have some good racing. And the finale was the best part of it. Kevin Harvick in his first season with SHR in the 4 car had a shot at winning the championship, and he took that shot. After a pit stop, Harvick had fresh tires and started charging. First he passed Hamlin, who was still on old tires and was almost utterly screwed in that battle. And after a restart, he held off Ryan Newman and took the championship. Now, of course, there was some controversy. For instance, should Newman have been in the Final Four? Was Harvick the true champion? The deserving champion? I mean, by that, not true as in because he was the true, but was he deserving? Never mind. And more of that stuff. But if you look past those controversies, what's left is a great and entertaining race that you should definitely view. And probably, yeah. And this probably makes up for Kevin Harvick's stupidity in the Sonoma race, although that was 4 years later. But you know what? That doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm gonna thank you for watching to this new driver's view. See you in the next one. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. See you later. Bye.